Hello everyone and welcome back to Mirthwood. So my computer updated and it's been a little wonky, so hopefully everything works. I tested out the audio and it was working earlier, so just let me know if you can hear everything. Hello Lily, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I was like almost not going to stream because I was really sick last night. And there's Sinister. Yeah, I was like really sick last night. So I was like, I don't know. I was like, I just want to sleep. But here I am, doing better. Okay, let's see. So we are in summer. We're in summer 2. Okay, and some of our stuff is dying. Like I said, plants will stick around for a little bit longer after the season is over. Which is kind of interesting because most games you have to like usually use like a special fertilizer or something for that, but nope. Nice. I will be off on Friday for the 4th. I don't know why I'm struggling with the controls. Like I haven't been playing this game like all weekend. Okay, what all are we working on? How much money do we have? Not a lot. We have some money. That's regular need. Okay. So we're not doing amazing, but not doing terrible. It's amazing how difficult it is to actually get money in this game. Like, I'm in winter and I'm like still barely like scraping by. Yeah, we were gonna hang out and then I was waiting for her to message me and then all of a sudden I get a notification that she's streaming. I was like, oh. I was like, okay then. I guess she's doing a stream. Oh, I did not mean to buy leek seeds. Oops. And flax is spring and fall, so that's not going to be able to be planted just yet. Okay, I'm like 16 hours, jeez. I think the longest stream I've ever done was like 7 hours. And I don't even remember, I think it was Subnautica. I'm like pretty sure that's what I was playing. Yep. 100%. Yeah, she's gonna be exhausted. I really don't like this layout, but this is... I want the grapes next to each other. Grapeseed. Definitely not. I have too much stuff to do today. Especially since there's going to be a holiday on Friday. I have to make sure that I'm getting all my stuff taken care of. Someday I do want to do a long stream. It's just when you work 40 hours a week. And like the 410s honestly are... Like, I don't mind them while I'm working them, but they can get kind of intense. Because just like at the end of the day, there's very little time at the end of the day. I really miss my old job's hours. Because I think I only worked like 36 hours a week. And I went in at 8:30, left at 3. Such nice hours. I'm just over here tired all the time. This job has better benefits, but like, I do miss the calmer hours. Yeah, like 410s are, they're not the worst, but every now and then I'm just like, like I wish I was getting off earlier. So it's kind of meh, but it is what it is. Okay, let's see. Like, one of the most vital things to do is to actually start doing more mining, but it's just like, there are things in the way. Lots of enemies that don't care that I have a rusty iron sword. You know what's funny? So, even on my personal save, I have so much money that I'm saving up, like I'm hoarding money like crazy. And I still can't manage to keep myself properly fed because anything that could make a profit, I'm selling. So I'm like, oh no, I'm almost dying of hunger. Like, can I scavenge like a piece of bread? Yeah. See, but the only thing is then I leave everything for Monday. I'm just like, okay, I can get it done on Monday. I'll just do it on Monday. And then all of a sudden Monday rolls around. It's like, crap, I have so much stuff to do. So that part sucks. But it's still much nicer to have a Monday off than not at all. See, on Friday, I'm just like so tired because I come home, I do a stream, and then I just eat, and then I'm like, okay, I just, like, after a long week, I just want to lay down. I'm like, I'm so tired. Like, I know that if I pushed myself, I could do it, but I'm just like, I'm so tired. Down at the very south of the map, so when you're down here in, like, Bleakwood, the music is so creepy. Like, I spent a lot of time in Bleakwood trying to get iron and whatnot. And it is creepy AF down there. I can hear the saltwalkers. Like, I just want iron! I do work Fridays, but this Friday we're off for the 4th of July. So yes, normally I would be... My schedule is Tuesday through Friday. But it's a holiday. We are not ready for monster hunting, Eris. We have a really crappy sword. Like, and it's not even the worst sword, but we're woefully underprepared. I have, at the very least, I have Cuirass, which is the best bit of armor I could hope for right now, but, you know. Once you upgrade your sword, it's not as big a deal, because if you have a better sword and your armor's not as good, you just have to get a little bit better at combat, and it's totally fine. See, so we do the exact same things, except I have Mondays to do it, you have Fridays to do it. And we're getting into Bleakwood. I don't know if I want to be here. Yes, I am still just a lowly peasant. Trying to get enough iron and then subsequently steel is really a pain. Portrait of a Lou. Please just let me loo it in peace. Just once. For the love of God. Imagine having to come all the way down here just to remain unbothered. Bleakwood has haunted my... Wait, what is that? Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Dude died on the toilet. Oh, there's wolves. And a rat. Kill the rat. You ungrateful bastard. Some of the notes that you find are kind of hilarious, and some of them, like, people are saying this is like Dark Stardew Valley. Like, a lot of the stories are pretty depressing, but... Holy crap, how many people died in Bleakwood? There's another person over here. My dearest Tenora, I've stayed as long as I could, yours forever. Oh. Here rests Tenora, ever loved, never forgotten. Oh. That is kind of sad. He stayed there until he died. So, all these barrels and stuff, usually they're enemies. like, hiding near the barrels. What is this? And why do I feel like I should be really concerned that it's littered with skulls? And more particularly, skulls on pikes. Like, oh! Oh, okay, I see. It's an accursed oak. Hey. What do you mean I can't carry any more potions? Fine. Oh boy, that's fun. I haven't even found this place on my own. So like, this is the first time I'm seeing this. Raven painting? Where is this? Over... Okay. Interesting. Creepy. But we did get some interesting stuff and a fabled feather. An eerie painting of a dark raven on its perch. And then there's literally a portrait of a toilet. And a ruby ring diagram. I have not actually made any of the jewelry. I think I have the blueprint for a gold band. That was creepy AF. I just saw these skulls sitting here. I was like, huh, I wonder what it could be. Curiosity is not always a good thing, kids. Yep, just a portrait of a toilet. Oh, hi, dude. Oh, hello. I'm alright. I promise. Just thought I saw some movement in the shadows, that's all. Well, I'd like to tell you about Bleakwood, but I trust you can see for yourself. I think I'll be on my merry way now. Please, just take the painting. I'm not gonna scare him even more. So, this guy, he pops up in every biome, and he has a painting that you could take. Man, I haven't even found that part. Right between the O's and Bleakwood. Yeah, see, you can hear the... You can hear all the voices and stuff. It's creepy down here. Oh, what is that? I got a new helmet. Is it better than the one I have? That's a 4. That's a 2. Heck yeah. Another deceased individual. Here lies Bramble Quillworthy, a brave... Oh, it's the author! It's the author of all the books that we keep finding. I suppose this will be my end, dear reader. If you should learn anything, let it be never set foot in the free lands. I came seeking stories and found myself ensnared in tales of woe and wonder, far from the familiar paths of the continent. Remember me not as a cautionary tale, but as a storyteller who ventured too far, driven by the irresistible allure of the unknown. May my words guide you better than my footsteps, in parting at Bramble Quillworthy. Oh, that's fascinating. So every time we find a book or anything, usually it's by Bramble Quillworthy. And he's been here the whole time! Oh, it's dark. Huh. I am learning so much stuff in this episode. Oh, there's a chest. And a barrel. Got a loaf of bread. I'll just eat that loaf of bread. A baked apple. I spent hours playing this over the weekend, and I'm just like, oh, hey, look, a new thing. Oh, hey, look, a new thing. Oh, them voices be creepy. I don't know what the quest marker is leading me to. But it's leading me somewhere. Okay, let's just hide out in the camp for a second. Okay. It's not that one. think it's this one. I think it's Shadows in the Night is what it's leading me to. What, that it creeps me out? Oh, I could have just looked up here. The butcher. Follow the trail of bones. Ooh, and there's a fabled feather right there, and I didn't even see it. Like, Bleakwood really is just a place that I do not want to be. Feather! I have 12 feathers? Heck yeah, we can get an upgrade. Yep. Okay, it's coming back, because here's a bone, and then here's a bone, here's a bone. More bones, more bones. More bones in the water. Bones. That's a lot of skulls. Wait is bait. Oh, jeezums. Is this going to be a werewolf? Defeat the butcher. Who or what? Oh, no. Ah! What is that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna bow this for at least. Ew! No! Me no like it. You're slow though. Ew! Quit it! Ew. Oh, he's slow, but the pursuit is relentless. Ew! No! I don't like this. About to launch into full-on Chrissy wake up. Oh no. Why is the aim with the bow so bad? If I can at least get like a decent chunk of his health down with the bow, I'm hoping that I can get in some good sword attacks, because he's got a giant frackin' cleaver. Ooh, do not get a hit in. Do not get a hit in, please. Like, my health might be full, but... Oh, come on. That was cheap. Okay, so on these hills, it seems to be much harder to get a good aim. It's flat or nothing, apparently. I was expecting... I don't know if it's better or worse, because I was expecting, like, a silt lurker or something, a silt walker. I was expecting something like that, not this. Oh, it's, like, inhuman. The slow but relentless pursuit is just unnerving. Ah, don't get close to him. Yeah, because my sword does not do that much damage. Now, if I had my nice fancy legendary sword, that would be one thing, but I don't. I also have to make sure I don't run into anything else by moving too far into the... Oh, no. That better not be what I think it is. It's like, I'm starting to hear, like, the wailing of a wraith. I'm like, that would be bad. I cannot fight the butcher and a wraith at the same time. That would be certain death. Come on. him down. Just take him down just enough. Oh, I hear the growling of some wolves. Nope. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. Whew. Scared me. Oh, he is getting a little too close. Oh, the music's not helping! Come on! Like, this is what happens when you don't pay attention to the actual, like, story that's going on. I'm like, okay, why, who this? Why am I being chased? And he's much taller than the normal people in this game. I know this is just fascinating gameplay, but I don't care if he wants a hug, Sinister. He ain't getting one. I got that touch aversion. Gotta set boundaries. Okay, so now he's close enough that he's starting to block. My aim's starting to get trash. Why are you getting faster? See, this is why you upgrade your bow, kids, because I'd be doing much more damage if I had the hardwood bow. Not enough energy. That's BS. Just go down, dude. I swear if I go in for the sword kill and he just like obliterates me, I'm gonna be so peeved. Okay, what do you kids think? Do you think he's Oh, he's good at blocking. Don't let him land a blow, come on. Yes! The cleaver diagram. You mean I can't just pick up the cleaver? That's lame. We have a diagram for the cleaver. I just wanted to study it a little bit, apparently. Okay, so now we can return to Ashmire. I've taken care of your bandit problem, or your butcher problem. That was a lot of people. Like, counting skulls is usually one of the only, like, super accurate ways of, like, figuring out exactly how many people are there. I hate when they are under the buildings. But where is Finian? Is he the guy who works in here? No, that's Ivar. Where is Finian? Where did he go? I mean, you can use your marker to... I might as well. Social... Except then he'll be marked forever, because I can't seem to turn it on and off. Or not? Okay, apparently we haven't even met him yet. Okay. Interesting. I mean... It's just a sword. We can clean it. Oh, there's Finian. Is it true? You dealt with the butcher? Rest Godwin. He deserved not what took him. Your reward, 250 gold from the town coffers. We thank you. Yay! I got money. I completed the quest to the butcher. And there's a rat after me. There you go. I want to see what that blueprint actually looks like. And how much it's going to cost. Because if it's significantly better than our sword now, we might as well make it. Oh, and on our way back home, we can go buy an upgrade for the bag. Now the question is, what do we want to upgrade? What do we want to be able to carry more of? Oh, you can hear a Spriggan. Okay, let's take a look at the inventory real quick. Oh, jeez. No, I wouldn't go that far. Okay, let's see. So, materials has been expanded. Food's been expanded. Potions could be expanded, because that does happen quite a bit, where it's like, you can't do that. So let's expand inventory. Potions. I will say, I do like that system for upgrading your inventory, because it encourages you to go out and explore your surroundings more. So that's pretty fun. Now we get to do the long run home. Also, unlocking fast travel in this game is an absolute pain in the butt. I think that's what I spent most of my weekend doing. And even then, you can only fast travel between specific points, which, I mean, it's still more helpful than not being able to fast travel. Especially if you have animals and, like, a lot of crops that you're trying to take care of, it becomes a pain. Okie dokie. All of that needs watered, because we've been gone for a hot minute. Because it's locked behind specific quests that you have to do, and those quests are tedious and time-consuming. Especially since some of the quests, if you're not good at combat, they take forever. Okay. Let's see. Grab that. Make some iron bars. Okay, anvil. Oh! So the steel sword that we bought the diagram for is only 18. The cleaver is 25. And look! It still has the gross stuff on it. A formidable blade wielded by the former cook Godwin. But we need 15 steel bars. We have 6 iron bars, 2 steel bars. Okay, so that's gonna be a hot minute. That going. Also, since to start making more money, we're going to need our iron for other things. Let's see. Ooh, traveling merchant. Okay. We'll be able to make some use of that. I can do more aloe for that. Don't need that. Fried herring, fried trout. Good morning, audio. Hello. That was a very long stream yesterday. How you feeling? I was super sick last night, and I am just happy to be alive right now. And I couldn't even tell you, like, why I got sick. Like, I was feeling perfectly fine. Like, totally healthy, totally normal, and then all of a sudden, I was just, like, super, super sick. Let's see. I don't know how often the seeds replenish. In spring and summer. Okay. Get some barley seeds. We fought the butcher, who is incredibly creepy, and now we have a blueprint for his cleaver. There's a thief over there, but I'm not going to engage that. I don't know what all I planted where, so... Well, I should probably get more corn, too. We're just going to plant the barley over here. No, not that place. And 6. Yeah, the only one I know for a fact is the grapes, because the grapes are on a trellis, but other than that, I have absolutely no idea what I planted. I think the top one is corn. Oh, no, not that one. I also have a lot of paintings that I need to hang up. Probably go buy those corn seeds too, because corn will be very important later. Give a raven painting. And just for S&Gs right now, we're going to keep the portrait of the Lou. Oh, and we have a bleakwood painting. How hot is hot? That's my question. Because every time I hear people talk about how hot it is, I'm like, like we're over here melting. Oh, then again, we have air conditioning. Whenever I went to Europe for the first time, that was one of the biggest things that got me, was lack of air conditioning because I was hot and there was like really no good way to like cool down. I mean, that's fair. Heat is kind of awful. Okay, we are raking in the money. Oh, and the traveling merchant's in town. And surprisingly close by. Let's go take a peek. So there are several spots that the traveling merchant can come to, because sometimes I've had them up here, I've had them here, I've had them like down here. So every time they spawn, it could be a different area. Is it showing? See, it doesn't really show on the mini map, but it'll show on the actual map. Okay, here we go. Hello, sir. And they usually always have a chest that you can open and just take what's in there. So now we have another ruby and a second jack-o'-lantern hat, and we'll trade. Okay, so I can sell stuff to them. I kind of don't want them to sell that because it's a unique item, but it sells for 100. Barrel aged mead. Okay, I'm gonna go back to buy. What do you have? You have all the clothes that I just sold you. Spriggan essence. And Cave Walker Shard. So with the Elegant Mirror, you can now change your appearance. $71? It's 90! Yesterday our high was like 96. Yeah, 70 is like, I'm still wearing jeans and maybe, okay, it is 8:30 in the morning, and it is 76 degrees here. Let's see, at 1 p.m. it's supposed to get up to 91. The 10-day forecast, high of 94. Then we drop to the high 80s, and then we're back up in the 90s. Sunday is supposed to be 95. And it's 25% humidity right now. Excuse me. Oh, like, okay, it doesn't get as cold here, but I can handle my cold just fine. Golden sword, lover's ring, ornate rug, regal chair, regal wardrobe. It's so pretty. Like, I kind of want to get it on principle alone. Trophy stand. But I mean, we could get a cheaper one, but like... No, I'll be good. I don't need it. Let me just go buy a cheap one from town for now. Yeah, no, audio can't handle her cold. See, I'll admit, you guys have some intense cold. I feel like if I was in that cold, though, I could handle it. Because like I said, I usually do just fine with cold weather. And honestly, I prefer the cold weather. Having grown up in a desert, I actually much prefer being cold than to being hot. You can always put more clothes on, and at some point it becomes illegal to take more clothes off, so. Our winters don't get, like, super, super low. I think the worst that we get... I'm, like, trying to think of the coldest winter we ever had, and I think it reached, like, probably negative... like, about negative 20, I think, is the lowest we got. Which I know is not a lot, but when you remember that our summers get to, like, over the hundreds regularly, not quite so bad. Now, whether or not people can drive in that weather is a whole different story, because drivers here are absolutely freaking terrible. Yeah, I would much rather be able to bundle up to stay warm than just deal with the misery of being hot. Because also with the heat, like, heat exhaustion, I've gotten, like, super, super nauseous because of the heat. Like, I would much rather be cold. I've gone into heat exhaustion a couple times, and it's not fun. If you haven't experienced it, I do not recommend it. Yeah, see, that's the nice part. You just, when you have, like, a nice, just cold room. Except I sleep with wet hair, so sometimes I wake up and I'm like all like, I wake up feeling like death, and I'm like, why did I fall asleep with wet hair? Yeah, see? Everyone's got their extremes. But yeah, where I live, it's nice because we don't get floods, really. Like, unless it's like a huge deluge during monsoon season. Normally we don't get floods, we don't get tornadoes, we don't get earthquakes. We are obviously landlocked, so we don't get tsunamis. Like, and we get all 4 seasons, so... There are places like Phoenix that you have summer, and you have not summer. And that's about it. Yeah, yesterday my husband and I had to go to like a bunch of different grocery stores, and man oh man, like it was so hot. I was getting dehydrated because we had to go to like our bulk store. We had to go to Walmart, which died of hunger. Yeah, we had to go to like 3 different stores, and I ended up getting... I think that's part of the reason I got sick, was because I was dehydrated. I was hot. Like, there were a lot of things stacked against me. And then, like, once I ate... Because if my blood sugar gets too low, I will get, like, a massive migraine, and then I just feel, like, absolutely horrid for a while. Hello! Yeah, see? No, that's just inhumane. Like, literally... Okay, every now and then that happens in the game, like, the whole, like, area shakes, and I'm like, is that, like, an event? Like, is something happening that I should probably be aware of? But, like, it doesn't say anything, doesn't mention anything. It's just like, oh, What's the shaking? Shaking? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, that seems like something to be worried about. And it's not like a stutter or anything. Like, it looks like the game's, like, earthquaking. I'm like, what is that? We're talking about the heat in the various places we live. I think the hottest heat I have ever actually experienced in person was like 113. And honestly, at that point, I just gave up. I was like, okay, this is like, my body cannot function in this heat. We're done. You know, sometimes I dearly wish that we would use Celsius in the metric system. But then if somebody once described it as Fahrenheit makes more sense if you're measuring temperature based on how somebody's, like, how a person feels. So if you think about it like that, like 100% heat, that's a lot. That's a lot. Like 100% heat is like kind of melting territory. See, and Celsius means absolutely nothing to me. Let's go see if there's more grape seeds. I know it sounds like we're planning a lot. Oh, yeah, no. See, that's like Phoenix territory. I've been in Phoenix when it's that hot. That's the temperature that I was like, I just give up. I just give up. Like, I can't survive in this. Jeez. Like I said, where I live, it doesn't get super, super hot. Like, our summers hang out in the high 90s. But it is also a very dry heat, unless we're in monsoon. And then if we're in monsoon, then everyone's just dying because it's humid and just, like, insanely hot. My great-grandparents used to live in South Texas, like, South Texas. Like, if you look down a side street in the next town over, you can see the border. And it is so hot and humid there. Temperatures, regular high 90s. Humidity, upwards of like 50-60%. So you're just like, inhale. So I got out of the airport once. So I flew directly from here. Well, okay, I had to make a detour in Denver. But I flew to San Antonio. And my aunt was picking me up. And we got out of the airport. And all of a sudden I start gasping for air, and my aunt's like, what's wrong, Rose, are you okay? The humidity was so high I couldn't breathe right. Like, it hit me like a ton of bricks, going from the really dry airplane to all of a sudden I'm like inhaling my water. It was so bad, and I was like, I can't breathe. I was like, I need real air. And she's like, oh, Rose, I'm so sorry. I forgot you're not used to this. Yeah, when it's hot and humid, it's just misery. Like, everything's sticky and damp, and you just, like, you can't dry off properly. You're just, like, stuck there. And it's, yeah, no. I like a little bit of humidity, because if it's too dry, like, our dry summers are just the worst, because you dry out like a raisin, and then you get dehydrated, and then you get heat stroke, and then it's just not fun for anybody. Yep. Yep. And then my mom's mom actually lived in, or lives, I guess. I don't know Linda very well. But she lives in South Carolina, and oh my gosh, the humidity there was so bad. Like, we were constantly, like, drying things, and, like, a regular dryer takes multiple rounds to get things dry, because if you let it sit there for too long, it just gets humid. The only thing I like about, like, and it not like high humidity, but like mid humidity, is your skin gets so nice because you're not dried out all the time. You're not a people raisin. So you just get this like really nice like hydrated skin. And then I come back home and then all of a sudden I dry out again. Oh, that was the worst part about visiting my great-grandparents. So we'd go and see them. We'd stay for like a week. And then when we'd come back, we'd start getting nosebleeds. Because we were so used to, you know, having more humidity after that, that you could tell when we had been home for a couple hours, because we would just be getting, like, tons of nosebleeds. I'm like, that's not good. But yeah, our high today is looking like 94 Fahrenheit, so, yay! Like, I just remember as a kid, all the commercials on TV, like, for, walking your dogs. They're like, don't walk your dogs if you can't hold the back of your hand against the sidewalk for longer than, like, 20 seconds. Are you trying to make sure I stay hydrated, audio? Because I guarantee that's not going to work. I'm very forgetful when it comes to drinking my water. Gosh dang it, that's the second time that happened. I need to pay attention more when it's like, hey, by the way, you're getting hungry. I do that IRL too! Completely forget that I need food. See, and this is why I would be horrible with like a Tamagotchi or something. Like, I hardly remember to feed myself. Ooh, we unlocked cards for farming. We got cultivator, slight chance to harvest extra crops, and rich soil, chance for crops to grow faster. I don't ever like the chance to grow faster because normally what they're meaning is, oh, like this crop here could grow faster, or this one here. So then none of them are being harvested at the same time, and then it drives me absolutely batty. Yeah, see, staying hydrated is just kind of a nuisance sometimes. Yeah, all those commercials, they're like, don't walk your dog if it's too hot, and so, most of the time, because Atlas has to be on a tie-out now, so if it's hot, I'll make sure to add his leash to his tie-out so he can, like, sit on the porch and everything. That dummy will sit there and he will lay on the hot concrete. Like, he's just like, oh yeah, like, don't you know, Mom? Like, this is the next best thing. I'm like, bro, like, that's hot. And, like, he can fully get on the porch where it's, like, cooler. But he's just like, nah, Mom, like, I want to be here. I'm like, you freaking dork. Carrots, corn, flax. Peas. Strawberries. I really hate that you're limited on how many seeds you can buy. And then you have to wait for the store to, like, refresh. Because, let's see. I just bought grape seeds and there's no grape seeds yet. Everyone! Everyone do a shot of water together! Shots, but, like, for responsible adults. Yeah, it's crazy how dogs will do that. And, like, Atlas he's a blue-nosed pit, so he's, like, a dark gray color. I'm like, bro, that's gotta be hot. Like, you're attracting all of the heat to you. See, Sinister, that's... he's got the right of it. Okay, there we go. Just planting all the things. Cook some venison. I don't think I have any more fish. See, I have to make sure that I'm not drinking too much that will affect my kidneys, because tea is one of the things that they're like, yeah, just in moderation, because your body starts to filter it out. Anything with caramel colors. As I get older and as I've already had a kidney stone, I'm trying to make sure that I, like, baby my kidneys as best as I can. Because my whole family has history with, like, kidney problems. And so I'm like, please, I cannot afford to, like, have one of my kidneys be wonky. So I'm like, drink my water. The other problem is I really like milk. And if I overload myself with calcium, my kidneys will start hurting because my body is like, we can't accept any more calcium. Please, for the love of all that is holy, stop. I'm like, but it's fine. They're like, it's not fine. Put some of that stuff in my chest. So yeah. The most I drink every now and then is a poppy, because they're delicious and it's just flavored water. So yeah, I'm just like, And the funny thing is I can tell when I've done something to upset my kidneys because the left one will flare up. I've been having problems with the left one for like probably 2 years now. Oh, do her paws smell like Fritos? Like, that is the thing. I think it's some form of, like, bacteria. I don't know if I don't think it's necessarily harmful, but my dog Tony's paws smell like Fritos. Like, none of the other ones do. And, like, Mia has really rough paw pads. But Atlas, his are, like, super smooth. I'm like, why are your paw pads so smooth? But yeah, Tony smells like Fritos. I remember seeing, like, an article on that once. And I'm like... Because I thought it was crazy. I was like, am I, like... Is this right? Like, is that what I'm smelling? Because we couldn't figure it out for the longest time. We're like, what is that smell? It's Tony, and he smells like Fritos. Okay, but puppy breath is just, like... Puppy breath and, like, baby's breath are some of the things that it's just, like... It's... You don't get to smell it very often because, I mean, who has unfettered access to, like, a bunch of puppies? I don't know anybody who has that many babies in their lives. Unless you're, like, you know, working at the hospital or something. But, like... Yeah, just those things, just, like... They smell good. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, wet dog, though? Wet dog is the one thing that I can't really stand because it makes me nauseous. Like, when Rom and Atlas especially are, like, super wet, it's just like... Do we have... I was like, we have to have animal fat. We do. It's just in a chest that's too far away. Just make a crap ton of stew. Did I use all the animal fat? Or, no, it's a... What is it considered? I was gonna say, it's considered... Oh, okay, it's considered a material. There we go. And actually, I wanted to move this over here, closer to the fire, so now we can just access that inventory at all times. Make some mead. Make some barrel-aged brandy. See, that's how I feel about cat videos. Like, I love cats. Yeah, I wouldn't say I have like a super sensitive stomach, but there are certain smells that are just like, oh, like that's not good. Let's see. Farming. Okay, so plus 5% orchard grow rates. Okay, so you can get like apple trees and pear trees and stuff like that, but they are kind of a pain because they're 500 gold a piece. My only thing is, I would feel so bad, like, leaving the animals after. Like, they get a little taste of freedom, and then you're like, no, back in the cage. Like, I get that having a little bit of freedom is better than having no freedom, but, like, I would just feel so sad. Like, I'm sorry, pup, I can't take you home. Okay, so we are going to be storing grapes and honey in here, and the strawberries. There is a point, I promise. Yeah, see that? I'd be so sad. Because, like, even when I go, like, I went to the shelter to get my dog Rom, and then I went with my mom, too. Like, I just feel so bad seeing all the animals there. Like, it just makes me cry, because I'm like, I would love to give you all a home. Like, I would love to just be, like, own a giant compound and just be able to have, like, 1 billion dogs. Yeah. I already have 4 dogs. What does that say? Like, especially, like, black cats. I'd be like, nobody wanted to take you home. I'll take you home. Did I really buy strawberry seeds that soon? Like, I thought it had been a while since I bought strawberry seeds, but apparently not. Okay, so the coop is 2,500. We're slowly making our way to getting that money. Okay, but the problem is, if the dynamic of my dogs was a little different, I would say, heck yes, get more dogs. But they are not friendly with each other, and it would be extraordinarily irresponsible to get another dog knowing that my dogs already fight with each other. And we have to let them out in shifts because they may or may not try to rip each other apart. I'm trying to be responsible. Which is surprisingly not that easy. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is I would love to have more dogs, but right now, as they are, it's just not a good or healthy idea. Yeah, they're a bunch of dedicated pains in the butt. And, like, I love all of them to the point where, like, I don't want to rehome any of them because they're my babies, and I absolutely love them, but if my children would stop fighting with each other, that would be amazing. But it also leads to me not wanting anyone else to take care of my animals, because I'm like, okay, like, I'm going on a cruise in September. I don't want to go, but I'm going. So I don't want to go. My mom is the only person I trust to take care of my animals because she knows the kind of complicated stuff. Like, oh, these two can't be let out together, but these two can, but, you know, these three can, so long as this one's not involved. And my husband's like, oh, just let my mom take care of them. Just let my mom take care of them. I was like, your mother tripped on a piece of cardboard and broke her ankle. Like, you really think that she can handle an 85-pound pit bull that you have to put on a leash? I'm like, I don't trust it. And her memory, I feel like, is not that great. And so I'm like, and I died of hunger again. I'm like, I just really worry about her being able to take care of them and remembering who to let out at what time, who can actually, like, stand being together. So I'm like, all it takes is accidentally letting two of the wrong dogs out, and then all of a sudden there's a massive fight, and then, you know, my dogs are, you know, not in good shape. I'm like, that's not something that I want or need. Because I just want all my pups to be healthy and safe. I truly love them. Man, oh man, are they pains in the butt. And see, I don't, like, that's the thing, like, why my dad was like, yeah, we're never getting any more animals, we're just gonna, because they want to be able to travel and do anything at a moment's notice. I'm like, but I don't mind being kept at home by my dogs. What I mind is people that mind that. I'm not a big joiner anyway, and so when everyone's like, oh, you should come with us and go do this, I'm just like, I'm only all too happy to use the dogs as an excuse. Like, oh, yeah, I don't have anybody to watch them. See, and my dogs are fed in their kennels because they are food aggressive. So I'm like, stay away from each other's kennels. Like, don't mess with your sister. At some points, I'm like, don't even look at each other. Like, don't even look. Because if they make eye contact with each other while they're eating, all of a sudden they're like, bark, 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 bark. I'm like, really? Really? Like, y'all are in your own kennels. You know that you can't get to each other's food. That your sister just looked at you wrong and all of a sudden you're acting like she's trying to steal your food. Like, it's not how that works. It's not going to happen. Also, to comfortably kennel the dogs, Atlas and Mia are in XL kennels. Rom is in a 2X kennel and Tony's in a large kennel. I'm like, I don't have room for any more kennels. We had to get the 2X for Rom because she stretches out, and she's the long pup. She's a long girl. And so, she wasn't fitting in an XL. She had to, like, kind of scrunch. Mia and Atlas are much shorter than her, so they are doing just fine in an XL. But, and Tony's got himself a condo over there because he's a Chihuahua in a large kennel. But that was Rom's puppy kennel. Yeah, even as a small pup, she was in a large size kennel. But yeah, I'm so particular on my animals and how they're taken care of that I'm like, I won't trust hardly anyone to watch them. Even my sister. Like, I don't know if she's ever dealt with my dogs. But I'm just like, I'll send like a super, super long text that has like everything detailed. Because like, Mia's on a diet. Mia doesn't get lunch. Rom, Atlas, they can get 1 cup for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Rom, don't give her extra if she hasn't eaten what she already has, because sometimes she gets an upset stomach and we have to watch that. and Tony gets fed whenever he wants because he won't gorge himself, so. Like, everyone's got the little quirks that I'm like, did you remember this? Did you remember this? It's like having a child with a bunch of allergies. I'm like, okay, none of this, none of this. Did you remember this? I am that dog mom who's like obsessed with my dogs. I'm like, but they get their treats at this time and they get these treats, and because like Atlas and Tony will share a treat at night and Rom and Mia share a treat. So it's like you have to tear it into certain parts because the treat that Tony and Atlas share, Tony gets a quarter, Atlas gets 3/4 of the treat, but with Mia and Rom, it's thirds. So Rom gets 2/3, Mia gets 1/3. I'm too particular. Yes, yes. Yeah, the indoor cages. And that's just because since I can't let them out all at the same time, I have to keep them, like, to switch them in and out. And they sleep in them at night, and that way they're safe and they're not getting into mischief. Because I have 3 dogs who will eat anything, and Rom ate a kitchen towel one time. Like, and I'm not even kidding, a whole towel. And thankfully Hubs saw a piece of it sticking out of her mouth, and he grabbed it and pulled it out, but she had eaten an entire kitchen towel. And I don't know if anybody knows about dogs and their surgeries and how expensive they can be, but I have a friend who, they have a pit bull who does the same thing. He eats socks, and they have spent probably about $24,000 in medical procedures for him because he's gotten his intestines wrapped, like the socks have like wrapped around his intestines. Yeah. Yeah, it's $3,000 plus per surgery for dogs, and it's just like, I would rather avoid that. Atlas will eat pieces of towel, and he shreds his bed. So if you give him anything fluffy or anything like that, he will shred it to pieces, and then occasionally, if he gets bored, eat the pieces. I'm like, no! Because, yeah, the last thing you need is a dog with an obstruction. I love my babies dearly, but dogs are kind of dumb. You know, and the worry never ceases with any of the animals. Like, every time one of them is acting kind of funky, I'm just like, what's wrong with my baby? Like, when Tony doesn't want his treat, I'm like, okay, Tony never refuses a treat. Like, what's wrong? Tony, are you okay? What's going on? The cats. Artemis, a couple months back, scared the living daylights out of me because she happened to turn just right and she looked at me, and one of her pupils was more dilated than the other. I'm like, that's not normal. And like, why are your pupils unevenly dilated? I'm like, oh, that's a sign of a, like, brain trauma. So then I, like, had to monitor her. I kept waking her up. I'm like, are you good? Are you good? I think she just fell off of something and knocked a little bit of sense into her. I'm like, this is why we be careful. You know, pet ownership is the weirdest thing, because in what other situation could something, like, accidentally hurt you, and you're just like, oh yeah, it's fine, like, it's great. I was holding Artemis, and Hubs went and opened the front door, and the sound of it freaked her out, and so she scratched down my forearm. Like, I have a decent gash on my arm now, and I'm just like, I was mad at him and not her. I'm like, what? Like, why'd you open the door? Why didn't you make sure that it, like, that I wasn't holding her? Because this has happened before. And I always tell him, I'm like, make sure I'm not holding her. Does he remember? No, he does not. But, yeah, I'm like, I have so many cat scratches and whatnot. I'm like, oh, it's fine. It's totally fine. I'm like, not her fault. Love her. She's great. Even as I'm, like, bleeding and it's, like, stinging like crazy, I'm like, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. Also, this is what I was talking about. These fruit trees will bear fruit. So, right now it looks like we have pears. And these are free. You can come and pick all the pears you want. And I save them for processing in later seasons. So right now we're making mead. And then once I have a giant store of grapes, then I will start processing all the grapes into wine, which wine makes a lot of money. So I'll start processing those. And then once we run out of grapes to process in the winter, then we'll move on to the other fruit that we have collected. Yep. Oh yeah, I have so many scars on my legs from the kittens, and that's just it. They were just babies, and they were excited, they were jumping around, accidentally cut my legs, and like, it hurts so bad in the moment, but you're just like, but they're just babies, like, she didn't mean it. The one time that I, like, lost my cool on one of the cats for scratching me, Artemis will take her little stuffed mouse and she'll, like, bite it and toss it up in the air. And she had tossed it onto my foot because I was in my recliner and I had the feet up. And she tossed it onto, like, the footrest where my feet were. And she jumped, clawed, and she, like, latched onto my foot and actually got stuck. So all 5 of her claws, and you can still see I have the perfect impression of her little foot. But yeah, she jumped and got completely lodged in my foot. And I screamed so loud that my husband's like, what happened? What happened? And I just sat there crying because it hurt so bad. Like, I try to keep my cool with the cats, but like, oh, that was incredibly painful. Other than that, like I said, try to be pretty cool about it, but in that one instance, that was painful. And they don't mean it. They're just curious babies. The funny thing is so Athena used to be really bad about climbing up my leg when she was just a little baby. Yeah, she was so bad about climbing up my leg. And now she'll stretch and she'll kind of act like she's going to claw my leg. But she only does that when I'm wearing my uniform pants because they're thick and she knows that I can't feel it. But if I'm wearing, like, either my shorts or, like, pajama pants or something, she will stretch, but she'll only push her paws against me. She won't claw me. She's just like, oh, okay, Mom. It's kind of weird because, like, she knows the texture of my skin and knows, like, oh, Mom's not wearing pants. And then she's all super gentle. Artemis is the more skittish one, and so she usually scratches me when she accidentally gets scared by something. So I'm like, like, I can't blame her because she's just jumpy. I love all of my animals enough to where I'm willing to ignore when they absolutely, like, do a lot of trauma to my legs. Okay, time to go check the seed store and see if there's more strawberries. Because I'll do the same thing with strawberries. Right now, I will hoard them. But if we can get more seeds, and then I'll start processing them into jam. That's usually the last thing that I'll do, because like I said, wine makes way more money. So we'll process all of the grapes throughout fall and into winter, and then in winter, we'll start processing the pears and the apples and the strawberries. Not gonna lie, that's what I'm having for breakfast whenever I break for breakfast. I found, so every time I go to the store and there's like a new cereal, I'm just like, I kind of want to try it. As long as it doesn't have cinnamon. So my favorite thing is when Cinnamon Toast Crunch comes out with other flavors, because in Christmas we have Sugar Cookie Crunch, which is the same cereal without cinnamon, which I'm like, yay, I can eat it. Are they just like completely out? I don't know if they'll sell more seeds, which is kind of weird. Like, it's been a couple days since I've been here. That's weird. I guess we're stopping on that for now. But yeah, the Sugar Cookie Crunch is really good. And then I just found a new one. I don't think it's birthday cake. It's some sort of... It didn't have cinnamon, because I had to read the ingredients. But it sounds really good. But, like, as my standard breakfast cereal, it's either Mini Wheats or multigrain Cheerios. Right now I have several boxes of multigrain Cheerios, and I'm really hoping that it stays as a safe food, because there's nothing worse than, like, buying a stock and, like, stocking up on the things that you really like, and then all of a sudden your body's like, no, I don't like that anymore. That happened with me and Wheaties. I loved Wheaties. I was eating it, like, all the time, like, every day for breakfast. I was having Wheaties. And then all of a sudden, I got sick once. And my brain was like, nope, no more. No more Wheaties. Wheaties are bad. They're gross. I'm like, but I have 4 more boxes in the pantry. And like, nope, They're like, if you... My body... it was like, if you try to eat those Wheaties, you're just going to get sick. We're going to make you sick. I'm like, but... Oh, hey, look! Rowan here is here, too. This old forest is lovely, wouldn't you say? I've wandered past ancient oaks, crumbling ruins, and yon charming winery down the road. Yet, I confess, the woods whisper eerily as night falls. Nonetheless, please take my painting of the old trees. Any hidden spots? There's an old cave back yonder, a few spots that would make for a fine camp. And I happened upon a curious fellow, calls himself Fernfoot. Sells oddities, he does. And asked if I found any feathers. Perfectly daft, if you ask me. Strange man, that one. So, Fern is the one who expands our or Fernfoot is the one who extends our inventories. Ooh, every now and then I get in the mood for Frosted Flakes. But you have to eat Frosted Flakes kind of fast because they get soggy. Yeah, I do love me a good bowl of Frosted Flakes. Oh, that one will give me a pelt. I do not want a pelt. What's this? What's this? Oh, the forest shrine. Okay. Won't be... Oh, there's a Spriggan. I don't want to deal with you right now. The Spriggans and the Wraiths sound very familiar, but the Wraiths have, like, almost like a deeper sounding voice, but they still have that, like, multiple... Oh. Well, I'm going to be in competition with this winery. But yeah, it's, I like cereal, but have to be in the mood. south to Anya's Rest, east to Lonely Plains. I think I remember Anya's Rest. I wish I remembered who Anya was, but... Oh, but I think there are wolves and spriggans down here. Oh, that's gonna be fun. See, and I'd eat Raisin Bran, but I'm pretty sure that Raisin Bran has cinnamon. Okay, so ooh, got a recipe. Fried walleye recipe. Oh, and there's a feather. Don't mind if I yes. Oh, there's a painting and I want to take it, but I would feel bad. Oh, and there's a Spriggan charm. I like the paintings in the game, and I want to take it, because it's a very pretty painting. But I would feel bad, because obviously this is a memorial to someone who's passed, so that feels very disrespectful. Oh, I do hear a Spriggan. No, there's a bandit. What's worse, bandit or Spriggan? Spriggan's worse. I'm fighting behind a tree, I can't say anything! Okay, come on. I was powering up for an attack. I know I feel sleepy. I also feel like I've been poked a couple too many times. Well, that killed him. Oh no! My inventory's full. Okay, what can I eat? I can eat fried trout. Take that. Oh, and materials. I'm full of materials? Dang. Okay, we have one bundle of hay. We can drop that. They're sticking with the pointy end. Oh no, there's another bandit. Oh well. I don't want any. Oh! Ah! Ow, 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 ow. I am stuck against the campfire. Oh, come on. You're telling me the only way out is being blocked by this dude, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna end up dying. Run! So if you can run far enough to get the person off screen, usually that'll lose their aggro, but ah, gosh dang it! I almost had it. If I hadn't gotten stuck. Oh, am I gonna end up at camp? No, but I'm not at home. Can't hold any more food. Don't have enough honey for that. Who's texting me? Oh my gosh. I hate when that happens. They're like, you can't carry any more food. I'm like, what am I carrying? Oh my gosh. I have like wheat and barley and stuff. Okay. Store that, store that. Store the cabbage, store the mushroom. Might help if I actually checked who texted me. It is not important. So somebody at one point who must have had a like similar phone number gave their phone number to like some sort of political registry. So now all I'm getting is all of these random people like, Sandra, vote for this. I was like, I'm not Sandra. So I keep blocking the numbers. I'm just hoping at one point it'll stop. But whoever Sandra is, I can't stand her. Crops are doing well, it appears. I could be, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm like, damn you, Sandra. And this happens, like, with regularity. Like I said, like, every day I'm getting these text messages. I'm like, 5% extra crop chance. Oh, that's not bad. I'm like, really? Really? Yeah, and the messages are just, like, insistent. I'm like, come on. And, like, I don't want to reply to them because they're like, oh, like, text to stop. I'm like, Like, I already don't like opening them, but I'm trying to block all the callers. Okay, and we will be storing the corn for specific reasons. Okay. Make some leather. Take that, take that. Oh, water the strawberries. And then I should be stopping so that I can eat breakfast and go do my errands. But now I know of places that I didn't find in my personal save that I'm like, oh, I gotta go there. There are mysteries. I did not do the butcher fight on my own save, so now I'm like, oh crap, now I know what I'm up against. Oh, big stretch. Okay. But that is going to be it for this episode. I will be back this afternoon. I will post the poll, I swear. I will end the episode. I will open Discord. I will add Mirthwood to the voting list. And then we can vote this afternoon. But until then, I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of their evening, afternoon, morning, whatever it is to you. And I hope to see everybody then.